my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crush, but I couldn't get enough. It was a rush, but I gave it up. It was a crush. Now I might have wanna said too much, but that's all it was, so I gave it up. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crush. I kept saying I'ma stay in touch, but that thing went bust, so I gave it up. Ooh, no tricks, no bluff. I'm just better off without them cuffs. Yeah, the sun won't set on us. Ooh, 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 yeah. When low, when high, still waters run dry. Gotta get back in the groove. I ain't never heard it. When low, when high, what matters is enough. Getting right back in the mood. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. Now I found another crush. The lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let. Now I found another crush. The lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. Now I found another crush. A lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let. Now I found another crush. The lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let.
Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back. For those of you that are new here, my name is Ashley Diane. I'm a 40-year-old mother of two, full-time teacher, and fit model athlete with the Canadian Physique Alliance. Today is Tuesday, May the 5th, and I am on my way home from the gym. As you saw, I was up bright and early. I set my alarm for 4:55 this morning, got ready, and went to the gym for fasted cardio. I wanted to burn 300 calories. It took me like 43 minutes walking on this particular treadmill at 8.1 kilometers an hour and just flat. I am not walking on an incline as I have some pretty decent calves and we don't want them to grow. So just thought I'd give you a little bit of update of how life is going. So it's been just about 3.5 weeks since I last competed at a regional show. And we are about 5.5 weeks out from my first ever national/international show. So I will be competing at the Toronto Pro Qualifier on June 13th. It'll be my first big time show as an athlete. I have actually had the honor to be a trophy presenter at this show last year, as well as I have also been the trophy presenter at 2 other Canadian national shows. But first time as an athlete, and I'm very excited to, have a chance at a pro card. So life has been happening ever since my show. It's busy, right? I have my 2 children. I'm a teacher. We're kind of getting in the heat of things at work with less than 2 months to go. So I'm busy with all the last assessment stuff and teaching stuff, where I live in Ontario, they have standardized tests for different grades. And I teach a grade 2-3 split class, which is new for me. I've always taught grade 2. I've never taught grade 3. So this year, my grade 3s are doing EQAO, the standardized test. So there's a lot of pressure to get them ready for this test. So that's where a lot of my focus has been. I also got my high jump certification through my school board, and I'm going to be running track and field, the high jump. From what I heard, not a lot of school boards do high jump anymore. My board is one of the few that does, but you have to be qualified. So that was last week getting my qualification. I had to go about an hour after work, an hour drive to go to this workshop and learn what to do. And now I'm running track and field, high jump workshops, practice sessions at lunch. So it's just busy. And I'm also trying to spend more time with my kids now too, since that first show is over, while at the same time maintaining my goals for nationals. So just to back up a little bit, my show day went really well. Back on April the 11th, we came in with the conditioning we thought we needed based on judges' feedback and what the initial criteria for fit model was. This is what I was looking in the morning. However, personally, I wish I was more conditioned. I never got feedback from the judges that I needed to be more conditioned. They said, don't change anything on the upper portion, just tighten my glutes. But since my show, there's been several Fit Model Pro shows in the US. And a lot of the girls I follow who look fantastic and are leaner than me are being told to come in tighter. So I've spoken with my coach, Erin. Love Erin, by the way. And I just really want to push conditioning for nationals. It's my first time doing nationals and I want to look the part. I don't want to show up just to show up. I really want to be competitive. Truthfully, I am doing open. I don't think I'm going to be that competitive in open, to be honest. Erin thinks otherwise, but I'm being realistic. I'm 40. These girls are 20-year-olds that have that young, youthful look. They don't have the dense muscle maturity, which is not really ideal in Fit Model, but I'm still going to do it. However, I think I could be very competitive in Masters 40. There's a huge advantage to being the youngest in the oldest category, seeing how I literally just turned 40 2 months ago, not even 2 months ago. So that's a big advantage. And yeah, I really want to bring my absolute best. And we'll just see how it goes. But the game plan lately for me is to push conditioning. So on Saturday, I did my check-ins. This is how we're looking. I hit an all-time low, like ever time low. I was 127.8. I have never, ever been that low, ever. Maybe when I was a teenager, I don't know. But all the other preps I've done as a bikini athlete, I've been around the 130-ish mark. And my Fit Model show day weight was 131. So I'm already like 3.5 pounds down from there with, at that moment, 6 weeks to go. So how I'm trying to get there is I've joined another gym. It's only a 10-minute drive from my house. If you follow my other vlogs, I do live rather rural. So to drive to my home gym is 25-minute drive in each direction. So to go there for like half hour, 40-minute cardio and back, I'm going to be driving more than actually doing cardio, and it's not worth it. So I found a small little local gym, a 10-minute drive. It's really nothing special. I wouldn't train there, but it has a treadmill. And truthfully, I have fallen in love with this morning routine of waking up super early. I love driving to the gym when it's dark. I'm the only one there, do my cardio, and I drive home usually to some beautiful sunrises. Don't have one today. I'll put some pictures of sunrises I have had on my drive home. But to me, it's the best feeling in the world. I'm going to get home. It'll be 6:30 and sit on the couch and drink some coffee before I start my day. And yeah, I really like this routine. So for this new prep, I'm pushing cardio. I really want to come in conditioned and look great. And honestly too, going back to my last show day, I felt relatively conditioned in the morning doing check-ins. But when I look at my photos, I feel like the tan and the lighting kind of made me look softer and less conditioned than I really am. So with that in mind, I'm like, I want to be like peeled, like super duper lean, because I feel the tan and the lighting will, bring that softness. So yeah, I want to be conditioned. But yeah, we're pushing cardio. Food has come down. And I'm here for it. Like, I am just so excited. There's a fire lit in me and I want to be better than I've ever been before. And even if I don't win, I just want to come with a look that I'm proud of. Gilco, which is like well known within the bodybuilding community for videography and photography, is going to be doing this show. And I paid for him to capture my pictures and videos. So that's another incentive to like push conditioning, because I don't want to show up like soft and fluffy in my mind and like be embarrassed by those videos and photos. So here we are. We're going to push it and I am so excited. But you know what? It has been a while and I thought, you know what? I should pick up the camera and like give you a little update with how things are going. And I don't think I'm going to do a whole week in my life. I might start that next week, but I thought I would just do like a day in my life. So yeah, welcome back to the vlog. And here's a little shout out to a day in the life. And I will take you along. It is a training day. And then I have a little bit of a newer evening routine that I'm going to show you as well. So I'll catch you in the next clip. Now it's time to train. My training split hasn't changed. I'm still training glutes 3 times a week, no longer training upper for the time being. The only thing that has changed is the days that I go to the gym. So now I'm training Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. And only one of those days, which is Tuesday, is a day I have my kids. And it just gives me more time with my kids. My first exercise is the hip thrust. I'm going really slow and intentional with 2 seconds up, 2 second hold, and 2 seconds down. I have 4 working sets. Next up is the Smith Machine Good Mornings. I'm doing 12 reps, and every 3rd rep, I hold it at the bottom for about 2-3 seconds. And altogether, I have 4 working sets. My next exercise is a front foot elevated split squat. I have 3 sets with 12 reps each leg. I'm holding 20-pound dumbbells in each hand. And as I do each of my reps, I'm leaning forward just slightly to really focus in on my glutes. And of course, my boyfriend has to come and photobomb my video. It was leg day for him too. He's just showing off some quad pump in his veins, which gave me just enough time to rest before I did the same reps on the other leg. Moving on to cable kickbacks. What I do is I place my non-working foot slightly in front of my working leg and I cross over backwards. Kind of confusing, but hopefully you get it from the video. And as you see, I'm really kicking out and hitting those upper outer glutes. Going slow and intentional. I'm not moving my body. It's staying pretty still. And then when I'm finished my 15 reps, I do 10 partials to really burn it out. My last exercise is the lying leg curl. I have 3 working sets, and my last set, I dropped the weight about 25%, and I go for about 10 to 12 reps to failure just to really burn out my hamstrings and glutes at the end of this workout. I finished my workout today with an ab circuit. I do my ab training 2 times a week. My first exercise are decline crunches. I have 3 sets. I aim for about 15 reps. And as you see, I keep most of my movement at the bottom. There's no need to come all the way up. I keep my core tight and engaged, and I'm not pulling at all or using any momentum. Right after the decline crunches, I move on to lying leg raises. Again, about 15 reps, 3 sets. The final ab exercise in my ab circuit is a 1-minute plank. As you can see, I was setting up the timer on my Fitbit and getting into position. I'm going to speed up the video just to see if I actually am holding it steady and secure for the whole 60 seconds. Not too bad, actually. I'm kind of happy with that. Recently, I've been doing low pressure fitness and vacuums in the evenings as part of my daily routine. Here I am using some cream and really trying to loosen up my diaphragm. I took a session with Dr. Dove. She's a Canadian wellness pro, and she is an expert in LPF for bodybuilders. And my session with her, she had advised me on some exercises I can do to help loosen my diaphragm, which helps with my core and all of my vacuums. So every evening I've been doing this. I find the evening is the best time to do it because that's when my stomach is the most full as I've eaten everything. After massaging under my ribs for a little while, I grabbed 2 tennis balls and I placed them under my rib cage. This was one of Dr. Dove's recommendations. And then what I do is I lie flat on my stomach and use my body weight to help push those tennis balls up under my rib cage. This is a way to help manually release my diaphragm and make it more loose and not so tight. I do this for a good, let's say 3-4 minutes, usually about 1.5 songs that I listen to while I lie there. It's not the most pleasant sensation. It does hurt, but I do feel like it is helping. After I spend some time with the diaphragm release exercises, I move on to my vacuum exercises. I do 4 vacuum exercises, and this is my first one where I'm on all 4s. So I take a deep breath in, release all the air, swallow, and then pull everything up tight. I try to hold for 25 seconds, and I do this 3 times. My next vacuum is my lying vacuum. So I'm on my back with my knees bent. Again, breathe in, let out all the air, swallow, and then pull everything in tight. I have my arms overhead just so you can see my core engaged, but generally speaking, I keep my arms down by my side. Again, I do 3 of these. I then move up into a standing position. As I do this vacuum, I push my hands into my thigh and I just lean forward just slightly. My focus with this is really pulling my belly button in and up. Again, hold for 25 seconds and do 3 reps. My last vacuum is a standing vacuum with arms overhead. So I start with my arms down and I bring my arms overhead while holding the vacuum to get deeper and create more space. I try to keep my ribs down as my arms move up. After my vacuums, I put on my heels and my bikini and I practice posing. I've been trying to do this every single night to really work on that mind-muscle connection and perfect my posing, as it really can be the make or break when you are on stage. It is now the following evening. That's why I have different clothes, hairstyle, and also new lashes, as I went and got my lashes done today. But I just thought I'd wrap up the video. First time I've done a day in my life. Usually I do a week in my life, but things have been pretty busy and I didn't want to commit to filming for a whole week. So I thought I'd just give you a little insight into what's been happening lately through the day in and day out. Not every day is like that, as I only train 3 days a week, but Monday to Friday, I'm doing my cardio. Every day I'm doing meal planning, sticking to my macros. The days I'm not training, I'm spending a lot more time with my kids, movie nights, game nights, things like that. So once I get back on the weekly videos, I will be posting more of just regular life stuff. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you a little prep update, and I will pick up my camera as we get closer to nationals in 5.5 weeks. I'm very excited. So thank you for following along. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on my next clip.